right, so yeah, like you were saying, these cats ruined it for the other cats that came in undocumented before them. But I'm still gonna put the blame on Biden for damn sure, because Biden was doing too much. Biden let too many come in, and then I blame I'm not gonna say specifically, but I am gonna say specifically the Cuban Americans that voted for Trump and all the other, Latino ethnicities within that Latino community that voted for Trump. I don't know what y'all thought y'all was gonna get out of the deal, but y'all
Yeah.
sided with a racist individual, even if he isn't racist
Y'all
himself,
pick sides.
he's aligned with white national ideals and agendas. So this says a lot. This goes back to the shit I was dropping in the other video, which I did, which was that Naturalization Act video. Latinos over the whole history of America, starting from the 1850s, well, technically 1790s, or the Naturalization Act of 1790, off and on throughout the decades, they were either classified as white, then back to Mexican, then back to white, then Latino, back to white, then Chicano, back to white. You know what I mean? It's just a flip flop game. The ones that were in them states that supported Trump, that voted, identified clearly as white to vote for a white supremacist aligned president,
Right.
and then
We knew his
and,
values.
and then gonna act surprised when he started deporting y'all.
Exactly. He
See,
literally, but I'm confused because 2020, this or not 20, 2016, when he was president, that like, bro, he was building a wall. So I'm just confused why everybody
exactly.
like,
So
I
everything
don't know,
in both
I don't
terms,
understand that.
yeah, everything in his birth, both of his terms that you clearly touched on, gave anti-Latino. So
Yeah,
why the
I
fuck would you vote for him?
understand. Right. Like, why would you believe only in a short amount? So you're going to tell me you believed from 2016 to 2020, from 2020 to 2024 that this man had a different agenda because they were like, oh, he didn't really talk about like deportation and stuff like that in his campaign. No shit. Why would he do that?
Exactly, because he's smart like any other politician. He's trying to get
I mean, he did talk
that
about it, but it
Latino
wasn't
vote.
like, you know,
He's trying to get all the votes he could get. Now, once he got in, he got y'all ass.
exactly. And now y'all, I
And
not, I not black, I Mexican. Well,
exactly.
now you out of here.
Now you deported, nigga. See, this is what I be talking about and what other niggas be on y'all head for. And I'm talking to the camera. I'm talking to the Latino community in general. I know that
Mhm.
not all of you want to be white or aspire to be white in America. I know that not all of you hold those views. I know that other half of you are proud to be um Mexican or Chicano or Latino or Latinx, whatever, the phrasing is or the verbiage is, just like, with us, we Negro, black, colored, African American, whatever phrase fits the Latino mold for 2025 going into 2026. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all
Mm.
voted for a man that clearly in both campaigns had anti-Latino energy. The
He
people.
was a president at one point.
Exactly.
Like
That's what I'm saying. In both
he
campaigns.
literally,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
like, so,
No, no, I'm just saying in there, and if they were to be like, oh, well, it was just his campaign. No, he was literally president from 2016 to 4 years later, and he tried to build a wall.
exactly. To keep who? To keep you out.
Yeah.
Your cousins, your family, your loved ones that's out there trying to get in here. So, the people that voted, I have to say that these are the portion of the community that aspire to whiteness. Because why would you vote for anti Latino agendas if you didn't see yourself as Latino? You get what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, you were on the right path.
It's
Why
just
would
it's
you, if you see yourself as a Mexican for real, or a immigrant, or a anything other than white, obviously for real, then you wouldn't even think of voting for a man that is against all of that. He's never tried to benefit anybody but the white community, the white man. I don't know, like that's what I don't get it. Like, he was literally president for 4 years. We had a taste of what it was like. It was racist. It was a lot of tension between whites and blacks, whites and other races.
you had the
There was
resurgence
there was
of mad
protest.
white nationalist groups such as the Proud
Exactly.
Boys.
The KKK was walking around. Niggas had they Confederate flags more. They already do, but they had it more than ever. So it just is
Exactly.
confusing to me how everybody forgot that just because Joe Biden was the president for 4 years and y'all swear you were broke because of Biden. No, you were unfortunately maybe not doing as well as you previously were because the rest of the country wasn't either. We just had a whole pandemic where we had supply chain issues. So people just think whoever's in the house, the president,
Mm-hmm.
it makes them rich or poor. So they just didn't want Biden because they felt Biden made them poor. But at the end of the day, you might have just been on that cusp of middle class, and then COVID came, and unfortunately that might have knocked you down. But that didn't have anything per se to directly do with Joe Biden, and should have made you vote for Trump. So yeah, at the end of the day, I don't know what y'all had going on.
Yeah. Now,
Y'all didn't see yourselves as a minority for sure.
mm-hmm. That's now, and then we can never forget, as the people in the Jewish community will say, never forget that the leader of the Proud Boys, which is a white supremacist organization, was a Latino.
Oh
The
wow.
the leader. Let me pull his ass up.
Oh wow.
January 6th, that came out during January 6th. He was one of them. He's a leader, and that's when people found out for real. Cause he
Oh
came
my
and showed his face, and he was there.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I didn't know that. I thought
What?
they were all like white.
Nah. Well, they were white, but the leader. So boom, and
No. I'm
I'll
saying,
throw
but I
his
didn't
picture
know.
up.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
His name is Enrique Tarrio. So he's been sentenced to 22 years now for his
Oh
role
shit, really?
in the January 6th attack, as he fucking should be. Now, see,
He need
this
to be in there for life. That's not long enough.
so this is so when I like these are the things that the Latino community got to come to grips with. Are y'all pro Latino, or are you wanting to get white card membership? Because this man wanted to be so down with white America that he not only joined a white supremacist hate organization, became the leader of said organization. And when things turned left, they arrested his Latino ass and put him in prison for 22 years. Now, I don't know about the other people underneath him in that organization, which, that'll be for another time to do the further research and dig into. But they definitely put his ass in prison for 22 years. And then he's quoted as saying, I will have to live with that shame for the rest of my life. Of course, you're going to have to live with it because your dumb ass got used by these white people. And see, by putting a non white as the leader of this white supremacist organization, it changed up the flavor of it. So it didn't look so white because there's this Spanish guy running the show, but they used you, bro.
But
When shit went
I
left,
don't even understand that. Like
they
what?
they all
Come
they
on.
handed over your ass to go to prison,
Right.
and the rest
But
of
but I'm confused is because Mexicans and Latinos and Latinas, there's so much culture.
no,
Like why?
there
I
is a
don't.
lot of
There's
culture.
so much culture, so I don't understand why would you want to be anything other than, okay, obviously white is seen as the great white, we get that, but you have so much culture and you have so much of your own history and own shit going on. Why is there this want from that community or wish to be seen as
So,
white? Like that needs to
well,
be unpacked too.
but that's for every community. So look at it like this. Remember, like in my other videos, I broke down that America is no different than India in a sense that it has a caste system. Like in India, the people who are at the bottom of society, I think those are the people that pick up the trash and literally clean up the poop and all that from the streets. And then
Oh wow.
the people at the top of the society, or the, the wealthy, the princes, the, all that. And then you got your people, like if you was a soldier, if you was born as a soldier, like your parents were soldiers and you was born into that caste, then you gonna be a soldier. If you know what I mean? Like it's dead ass like on some shit like that. And America is no
You just feel like it's from like birth.
well, America has the caste system in the sense that if we look at it for what it is and take all emotions out, black people are the bottom of the pyramid in America society. Think about it. This is what makes America so appealing, especially in the early 1900s when they was trying to get people to come over from Europe to be, to join America. Bring us your tired, bring us your poor. You may be you might have been a fucking peasant over there in Eastern Europe or wherever the fuck you came from, but here you could be somebody. Why? Because you still won't be a nigger. That's dead ass what it is. Look at all these people that, like the Irish, when they came over, they was poor for like a hot minute and then they were popping. Same thing with the Italians, same thing with the Jews when they came over, same thing with the people from, fucking Bosnia, and all these other goddamn countries I can't think of off the top of my head that they bring over here, and then a generation or two in, them people look down upon us as if they better than us, even though they were fucked up, in a worse situation than us before they got here because they received their white card by that time. You know what I'm saying? So low
Yeah, that's
key,
why I have no empathy when they try to compare themselves
yeah, and
to
then
them. Oh my, they came over here on a boat, blah blah blah. No, they were welcome here. They came over here voluntarily. They're welcome here.
and then the
Totally
niggas,
different story from us.
and then they like Biden and them Democrats tried to get slick by them trying to bring in that many uh immigrants. They tried to low key, they tried to replace the black voting power that we have. They figured like,
Yeah.
if we just get all these Latinos in from South America in here, then the black vote won't matter as much because it does matter. You know what I mean? But it's levels to this shit. And see, because of the black excellence and all that fly shit going on, the motherfuckers that are meant to be the bottom of society, the fact that we uplifting more than they expected us or wanted us to rise up to, it creates a problem in that caste situation. Thank y'all for rocking with me, supporting the channel. If you're loving the content, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, hit the Cash App if you definitely feeling it. And even if you want to make special requests of future content that you would like to see me do videos on, that's what it's there for. Every dollar helps the channel grow bigger, better, quality over time. So with that said, I'll holla at y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it.